Hi, air signs, and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia, and today I'm going to be doing your astrology, but also your tarot as usual, of course. So if those of you who are not interested in astrology, you can jump over to your timestamp and you will receive your normal reading. You don't have to have seen the astrology for the tarot to make sense, and vice versa. I try and make these videos as inclusive as possible so people can come in, they get what they need, and then they leave and go about their day. I'll also be going through the house activations for each individual sign, so how you'll be affected by the planetary movements. But I always start off with a little general overview of what's going on in the skies, so we have a nice little backdrop to work with. For the tarot, I set the intention for the readings for your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs. So I highly recommend watching all 4 of your signs. You can get a pretty comprehensive reading for yourself, affecting different areas of your life. And don't worry if you aren't resonating with all of the readings, that is totally normal. These things come, go and change week to week. So it's always great to check back and keep checking those 4 placements to find the readings that resonate with you and the messages that you need to hear. Now, for those of you who are interested in the astrology, we have a super interesting week for air signs. I first want to mention the new moon in Pisces, which happened yesterday. We're currently sitting in the post shadow of that energy, so you may still be feeling it, air signs. This is a time to turn that logic off and go really deep into your intuitive mind, into your third eye thinking. It's not natural for air signs to do this. You are very logical, very mental energy and mind focused signs. However, it's good practice to listen to that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge that we all hold innate within us. It is a gift from the universe and the divine, so this is a great time as any to start practicing tapping into that. Pisces is a very intuitive and creative energy, and in a new moon phase, it's about bringing about new creative projects, new ways of thinking and feeling about what it is that you are doing with your time here on planet Earth, everybody. So it's a good time to reflect what it is that you want to do that is new. Is there something you've just got a good feeling about? Even if it doesn't make logical sense, you might want to try it out. And the good news is, air signs, on top of this new moon energy that we've just felt in Pisces, we have Mercury going direct tomorrow. This is a nice little cushioning window for you. So while you can test out these new thoughts and feelings around your more intuitive and creative side, when Mercury goes direct, that lovely logical, data-driven energy that you guys love is going to start activating tomorrow. Now, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and Virgo, but Gemini too. So air signs, you're going to feel this direct energy the most. So if any of you have been feeling, foggy thinking, there's been misunderstandings or miscommunications between you, other people, you and situations, even you with yourself. I mean, I've been struggling recently with my focus really badly with this Mercury retrograde, but we'll be going direct tomorrow, so all of that should clear up. You should have greater clarity around the projects or people that you're engaging with, the decisions you've been making, and also how you've been feeling over the past couple of weeks. I'd even say months, because we had a lot of watery energy over at Aquarius season, which was just before Pisces season, which was affecting all of you as well. So it's a time now where you're going to feel more like yourselves. That logical mind is going to slot in very nicely with those intuitive feelings that you have been experiencing recently, air signs, and it's all going to start making sense soon. And then, of course, we've got the Venus retrograde. Venus is the ruler of Libra. It was retrograde a couple of weeks ago. It's now stationed direct. So any communications between those that you love, that could be lovers, friends, family, should go a lot smoother. And it's also supported by Jupiter going direct in Cancer. Now, Cancer is very much the energy of the home, and Jupiter is the bringer of good luck and spirituality. So you might be feeling deeper connections with the people around you. you. So that's friends, family, people in your community as well. That lovely Venus energy being much smoother than it has been in the past couple of weeks. You're going to find connecting to others a lot easier than you have done recently. So in all, it means that communicating your new ideas, your new thoughts, and your new feelings are going to go down really well. So if there's anything that you want to share with others, speak to with others, confide in with others, this will be the week to do it. If there's anything you want to take action on, that energy is coming into as well as we enter Aries season tomorrow. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, all about action and initiation. So if there's anything that's been on your mind about what you want to do, but you actually haven't put it into place or started actually doing it yet, you're going to feel more of an urge to do so in the next coming week. So for Gemini, this is going to be a particularly poignant week for you, as the energies are going to be hitting you in the 10th house of career and life direction. You're going to be focused on progress, also the direction that your life is taking in terms of your work and your overall life stability. Things are going to start gaining momentum for you, particularly with that Mercury direct energy coming in. So you might actually have a lot more people coming to you to solve problems, to ask questions. You're actually the clear voice of reason this week, Gemini, as we move through this transition into Aries season, where the energy is going to start picking up pace. You'll be called to action a lot more at work or your career. And for those of you who do not have a career or are not at work, it's whatever personal projects that you have going on at the moment. So you're going to see a lot of interesting developments. You might see new projects being created and initiated, or you asking others to take part in them, or you being asked to take part in these new initiatives that are happening as well. If there's been any decisions that you or others have had to make at work, the position of that is going to become a lot clearer in the next couple of weeks. And it's overall going to be much smoother sailing, because we've had such, I don't want to say problematic energies. Retrogrades are not problematic. They can feel very, very challenging, but they're all about bringing up what needs to be resolved, what needs to be thought about, and also looking at aspects of self that are buried quite deep, usually, Gemini. So you may be thinking whether or not you're even happy at your current job, or if you want to shoot for a promotion, or maybe you want to change your roles or responsibilities. If you've been feeling a little bit off or unable to make a decision within those areas, the next coming week, things are going to become a lot more clearer for you. You're going to get a greater sense of direction and a greater sense of movement and progression within your work. However, the fruition of this process is still yet to come for you, Gemini. We're right at the beginning of any changes you might be making at work. It's going to be a bit later on in the next couple of weeks to months where we may see that pinnacle energy of change. Right now, we are at the starter's point. The starter's pistol goes off tomorrow, Gemini, so prepare yourself for those changes. This is about laying the groundwork for the new to come in, positioning yourself in a certain way or a certain place or with certain people to create new opportunities that will come in for you in the near future. So watch out, Gemini. This is a great time for you to go out and network as well for your career with that Mercury direct energy. You're going to be vastly better understood than you have been over the past couple of weeks. You'll find it much easier to communicate your ideas, to communicate any issues or problems you might have as well. You're going to see an easy and swift resolution to all of those things. So this is the week, Gemini, for you to put yourself out there in terms of your work, in terms of what you are known for, in terms of what you want to do, and positioning yourself for an abundant working life. For Libra, this week is going to be all about your 6th house of daily work, life, and well-being. So where have you been feeling a little bit off? Have you been wanting to make some changes in your day-to-day routines? Have you wanted to be changing up your lifestyle in some way for the better? Have you let some things slip recently and you want to get back on that horse? Libra, this will be the week where you start to do it, or at least turn your attention to doing so. With that new moon energy that we've just crossed, you're going to find yourself looking into the details. Where can you save a little bit more time? Maybe even save a little bit more money with your planet Venus now going direct. Things are going to fall a bit better into balance for you. So those of you who have been struggling with a work-life balance recently, you're going to find yourself getting a little bit of a break in each, being able to spend some more time at home or having some leisure time, and balancing that out with that work hard energy that you've been experiencing recently with all of this retrograding air energy in the skies. So you're going to want to be looking at whether or not your day-to-day routines of self-care are really supporting you, both at work and your personal life. Where can you put yourself first? Where do you need to put yourself first? Because without you, Libra, there's nothing else. If you are burning out, everything else is going to burn down to the ground as well. You need to take care of yourself, make sure you are okay, make sure you're getting enough rest. Are you getting enough pampering? Are people giving to you as much as you are giving to them? Is there any areas of your life where you may be overgiving or doing too much, that you can scale back a little bit and take some of that time back just for you? You're also going to see some changes occur in your routines as well, some places where you may need to be a little bit more flexible on your routine, flexible on expectations of what you're going to be able to get done, and basically just go a little bit easy on yourself. The planets are really calling for you, Libra, to just take it easy, to be kind to yourself, give yourself plenty of time to get stuff done, and do not feel guilty about taking some downtime now and again. You deserve it, and it's actually part of your self-care routine to give yourself time out. So this week we're looking at very small, consistent adjustments to your daily routine to improve your overall well-being in the long term, because you're going to need it, Libra, as we move through the next couple of months. We are going to see some pretty cool planetary changes that affect you for the better, but they're just going to need your full participation, Libra. Like I said, without you there's nothing else. So this is a great time just to clear the calendar, see where you can put your feet up, where you can relax, where you can take care of yourself. Maybe you want to adjust your diet, taking more things that are good for you, more supportive of your body, because your body supports you through life, Libra. You're going to see some small changes that create big results. For Aquarius, the energies might be a little bit challenging for you as they're going straight to your second house of finances, worth, and most importantly, self-worth. Through retrograde season, you may have been questioning your self-worth. Am I good enough? Can I do this? Do I deserve this? All of those self-defeating negative thoughts that we all experience, Aquarius, so no judgment. But with Mercury going direct, you're going to get a clearer assessment of who you are and what you have achieved. Either others will be highlighting this for you, or you will just have a better frame of mind around how far you have come, Aquarius, and how much you have to give. When it comes to finances, we have Venus in direct now. She came out of retrograde last week, so you should see some more balance and calm come to your stability, particularly financial, but doesn't have to be. Stability comes in all forms, so that can also be your health, your happiness. All of these things count, Aquarius. So we're going to see a nice calm waters in that area of your life, but it's going to really support you like a platform to increase your sense of self-worth, you increase your sense of well-being, and have a fairer assessment on all that you have achieved so far. That way that you can look forward to see what you want to achieve next, what it is that you want to do with some newfound confidence. You may also find yourself looking at your habits a lot more, maybe scrutinizing them a little bit. Don't scrutinize yourself too harsh, Aquarius. You know, we've all got to have a vice or two. However, is there anything that is causing damage or holding you back from your truest and highest potential? These are the habits that you might want to start tackling, and you don't want to tackle them all at once. No, 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 no. Tiny little baby steps, Aquarius, okay? Small adjustments. This is really the week of small adjustments for all of the air signs. The planets are not asking you to make big, dramatic life changes. Overall, they're pretty happy with where it is that you are. There's just little tweaks here and there that you could probably implement into your daily routines, and also minding that self-talk, particularly for you at this time, Aquarius. I don't know what's happening in your life specifically, but you might see some triggering events that make you feel bad about yourself or down about yourself. No, this is all to help you highlight where there are areas in your confidence, ambition, and general outlook and assessment of yourself. And ask yourself, are they actually true? Mercury's going direct, and when he's going retrograde, all logic goes out of the window. Well, logic's back in town, Aquarius, okay? So let's look at the facts. Let's look at what you've actually done, how far you've come, and give yourself a bit of a pat on the back. Ease up on yourself. Don't give yourself such a hard time. We're now moving into Aries as of tomorrow. So there might be some new projects, or there might be some new ways of being that are going to start initiating for you. There's going to be new opportunities coming in. It's really the season of initiation. We're in the new zodiac calendar year. So this is a great way to get started, to set some goals and some targets for this year, 2026, all the way through to 2027, and really ensure that they're aligned to you, who you are, and help you have this lovely acceptance, Aquarius, of the balance within. So that's the good, the bad, the ugly. We've all got it in it as Aquarius. The question that the planets ask of you this week: how are you going to use these aspects of self to your advantage? Okay, so that's it for the house activations. Thank you very much for joining me for the Astrolo-Tea section. It's short and sweet today, guys. Short and sweet. I'm putting a poll out in the next couple of days because I don't know. I'm kind of running blind here. Are you enjoying these sections or not? Do I make them longer? Do I make them shorter? I don't know. It also depends what's going on in the skies. I'm trying to pick out what is particular to each of the elements. And there's a lot going on for you guys with Mercury and Venus both being rulers of air signs. There's a lot of movement. We are moving into fire. And you know what happens when air and fire combine? It's either going to be beautiful fireworks or explosions. So watch out, fire signs. No, sorry, air signs. Sorry. My mind went again. We're still in retrograde energy and Mercury is my ruler. I've been blaming Mercury all month for my verbal slip-ups. Air signs, watch out for the next coming weeks. It's going to be intense. It's going to be potentially explosive. That's why the planets just want you to make very small changes, okay? Nothing big, nothing dramatic. Not now, not right now, okay? That's for later. Right now, you're just positioning yourself for this new phase in the zodiac new year that we're entering. And after that, things are going to get going quite quickly. So this little preparatory phase that we've just come out of and will be out of officially tomorrow is just to set you up so that you can achieve your very best over the next coming months. Okay, I'm going to jump into the tarot now. Thank you so much for joining me. I can now start sipping my tea, which is going very cold. Do you know what? I love these big mugs. This is my Be Kind mug. I've had this. Oh, do you know what? When I first moved out of my parents' home, which was 20 years ago, a little bit more than, I moved out very young. Not problematic, nothing problematic. I love my parents. I had a beautiful and wonderful childhood. I just was an early adventurer, right? And luckily my parents were very supportive. I had two very free-spirited parents. I mean, look at me now. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, right? And this was like one of the first mugs I ever bought when I moved out, and I still have it. I still have it. Should I do some ASMR for you with it? Sorry for those of you who might not like ASMR. I love ASMR. So the Be Kind mug, the OG, is here with us today for the readings, and I will see you, well, me and my Be Kind mug will see you over at your timestamp. Hi Gemini, and welcome to your reading. This week I'm doing a what you don't see coming, because we're going into a new season, so I thought it'd be good timing. Let's see what's coming forward for you. Okay, can you show me Gemini, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, please. Can you show me Gemini? Gemini, please. Can you show me Gemini? Ooh. Gemini, please. Let's take a little look, see what's going on with our precious gems. Can you show me Gemini, please? So Gemini. Gemini, please. Gemini. Gemini, please. Okay. Right, in your recent past, we've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. You were approached, or someone approached you, or you approached them, I'm not sure, but you were like, yeah, I can do this. Just go the energies involved, one or possibly more, and you're like, yeah, you're digging it, you're down with it. Now, I don't know what they've asked you to do. Either join a project, is it Pentacles, could be work related, but it could just be join and hang out. You know, see what happens, chew the cud, that kind of thing. You're like, yeah, sure, I'm liking this. I like it. You're doing it from a very stable place as well. You feel that this would benefit you, whatever it is, rather than take away from you. And this is all working out nice. Okay, let's see where you're at now. Can you show me the present energy for Gemini, please? Present energy for Gemini. We have the Five of Cups. Oh, Gemini, what happened? Justice, right, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so then one energy, I'm not going to know till I clarify, but there's problems occurred with one of the energies over what is right or what should be done next. Could be some kind of legal battle, I don't know, but you're like, it's making you sad, it's upsetting you, but okay. All right, I'm going to clarify, Gemini, we will get to the bottom of this. And then in the near future, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, good. We have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you do get something out of this. However, there's a bit of a difficult process going on at the moment. So you go from 9 to 10 at the end of this, which is really good. Page of Swords, after new information comes to light, and then this lovely, compassionate, wonderful energy returns. So let's see what happened. Can you show me Gemini, please? Let's go to the Three of Pentacles, see what's happened there in the recent past, please. The Three of Pentacles, Gemini. Oh, hang on, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, sorry. I had to make sure that all the tech was working. The Three of Pentacles, please, for Gemini. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, and the Nine of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so, okay, I get it now, kind of. Something went wrong before with somebody. So you were showing me, I'm doing fine without them. And then maybe they come and try and fix it, repair it. And that's why you were like, yeah, I'm down for that. It's something to do with your stability. So the energy attached to you is like, well, what can we do about this? Can we move on from this? Can we get back what was once lost? And you're like, you're down to try anyway. Okay, right, I'm with you. Right, the Ace of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups. The Hierophant, okay, there's a commitment here. Strength, right. And then the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's working on a commitment that you made to work on something, to repair something, to build something. You're showing me that it's quite difficult to do. Strength, okay. It's going to require effort from both sides. But you're open to try, or you were. Anyway. Right, the Nine of Pentacles, please. See, when you do the 3-card spread, we do past, we do present, we do future. However, in reality, when it comes to the collective energies under a sign, any one of you could be at any phase of this journey. So some of you might be here, some of you might be here, some of you might be here. So bear that in mind, Gemini, when you watch the readings, with me or anyone else. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles, please. The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. The Star, okay. The Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you were all prepared to go at it alone. You reach some kind of acceptance that you may be on a solo journey for a little while. You were open to it. I can see that you saw the benefits of healing. And people, I mean, obviously they see the benefit of healing. Benefit's probably the wrong word. Where healing can be fun and joyful and nice. You're actually looking forward to this healing kind of journey that you were on, which is the Star. Star's also healing. Not just journeys or visions or goals, it's also healing. And then this energy came in and was like, hang on, before you do that, Gemini, how about we try and fix this? Then maybe I can come with you on this healing journey as well. Then you were like, yeah, okay. So you started trying to fix. Okay, let's look at the Five of Cups then, because I want to see how that's going. Five of Cups. Can I see the Five of Cups, please, for Gemini? Five of Cups, please, in the present energy. Okay. Queen of Swords, yeah. Okay, the King of Swords. Oh, wow. Six of Swords. This required a very serious conversation. that was very important. The purpose of the conversation was to move on from whatever situation was difficult onto something a little bit more pleasant. You showed me that it was very emotional for you. It was quite releasing, actually, in many ways. But I think at the time it wasn't comfortable for you, and if you are currently in this energy, it's not comfortable and feels like it's not really going very well. But let's see what Justice has to say. I know it all ends up okay because we have the Queen of Cups in your near future and the Ten of Pentacles. But let's see. Justice, please. Justice. Justice, please. Justice. The Knight of Wands, yeah, there's the heat. Got heated, didn't it? Queen of Cups and Temperance in reverse. Somebody was being impatient with the result to this. Now, I don't know if it's you or them. The result is incoming because under Justice. It's quite heated, though. Knight of Wands can be arguments. Queen of Cups. When you've got a heart, when you've got fire energy over the heart, it can also be passion. But I'm not getting that vibe, especially with Temperance in reverse. So it's like impatience, frustration, something like that. It was like my heart is on the line here, that kind of thing. Like the Three of Cups, please. The Three of Cups. Can I see that Three of Cups? Oh, okay. Six of Cups. Okay, this is a soul bond. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, there is happiness here and there's love and the Page of Pentacles. Both of you value the emotional connection that you have. Therefore, whatever you're going through here, I expect is an external problem. I think that's why you both want to overcome it and why you're kind of going through this quite arduous process of trying to untangle or get to the bottom of what kind of issue that you're going through. Yeah, it's difficult energy and it's a big one. And it requires a lot of in-depth, very honest conversation. But I see you going through that. I see you persevering with it. I see there being a positive outcome in the end. So keep with it, Gemini, if you are indeed in this phase. For those of you who may be a little bit further, let's see what's going on in the near future. Let me see the Queen of Cups, please. The Queen of Cups, Gemini. The Queen of Cups, please. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, that's valuing the connection. The Moon and the Three of Pentacles. You're both very deep in your feelings at the moment, or you will be. And I think it's because you both take refuge in that. You show me the value. It's like you comfort them, they comfort you, they're there for you. It's like you're each other's emotional support. You might be tilting on codependency. I don't see you there yet because it's kind of a page level, that kind of codependency, but it has the potential to work into codependency where you both put up with each other's toxic behavior because emotionally the connection feels good. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's a nightmare, them kind of connections. But it continues in a cycle because there's almost a dependence on it. So just be careful of that. Otherwise, it's a beautiful energy. Right, can I get the Page of Swords, please? Can I get the Page of Swords? Because you see, the thing is, Gemini, when you do that, nothing truly gets resolved, and this cycle just keeps repeating itself. Right, can I get the Ten of Swords? No, sorry, the Page of Swords, please. The Page of Swords. What's this? This is some kind of new information coming in. The Star. Okay, so that's the new plan. The Three of Wands, yeah, and what's this? The Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you do both move on together and it's okay. Now, this is somebody close to home for you. Either a family member, a very, very close friend, someone in your close community, or a partner who you have been with for a long time, a very well-established one. This isn't a new love or a new beginning. This is someone with a history. You have memories. You go way back with this person, okay? So let's look at the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, please. The Ten of Wands. The King of Cups. And the Lovers, yeah. I might be looking at a married couple here even. You show me together. We have this empire. Kind of want to call it that. It might just be home. Like, we have this legacy, we have this shared life, and it carries a lot of weight and responsibilities with it, which you love doing because you love doing that together. But I think it's the issue of who's responsible for what, or where the responsibilities lie. Shared division of labour, that sort of thing. That irons out quite nicely. This is very keeping with the astrology at the moment. We've just gone out of retrograde season. Retrograde season is rife for misunderstanding. So I think this is the solo journey you're on. You may not have been physically solo in a house, or you might be living with other people, I mean, but you were like, it carried an air of, I'm on my own then, I've got to do this on my own. Whereas when we go over here through this very difficult conversation that you have, someone's getting impatient and frustrated here, but it gets addressed, it does. And then you start back into remembering the value of this partnership, the value of what it is that you've built together, whether it be bricks and mortar or just building memories. And neither of you want to lose that. So then compromise comes back onto the table, which is great, Gemini. It's great. Okay. Right, I'm going to get you some universal advice. Can I get some universal advice for Gemini, please? Universal advice for Gemini. Universal advice for Gemini, please. We've got the Eight of Wands, yeah, talking. The Knight of Cups, yep. And the Knight of Stones, perfect, right. Yeah, pretty much what the reading says. So your universal advice is you've got to have this very direct and clear conversation with whoever this is. The Eight of Wands is communication. You need to communicate with somebody. And that communication may be uncomfortable. It might be direct. There might be some truths come out that need to be addressed. But it's necessary for you to move onwards. That's the Knight of Pentacles, slow, steady progress. And you are showing to me that not only you're the emotional side of this relationship or connection, or whoever this is important to you. It's very important to your wider network, as in your other family members, your other friends. There's consequences for the people as well if this doesn't work out. But there's still very much love here. So long as these words are spoken with love, that's the Knight of Cups. Then you can hand that over to the Knight of Pentacles, where an actual plan can be put in place to get you both to where it is that you need to be to continue this lovely partnership, friendship. It could be a group of you. It could be just one other person. I don't know. That those words are all spoken with love, even the most difficult ones, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. It really helps me out, Gemini. If you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below. And with that, Gemini, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm doing a what you don't see coming for all of the signs. Since we're moving into a new season as of tomorrow, I thought it would be very fitting. Okay, can you show me Libra, please? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Libra, please, for Libra. For Libra, please. Can you show me Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Okay. Right, in your recent past, we've got the Five of Swords, right? The Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Well, you were not taking no for an answer, or you mean business, whatever you were doing, Libra. You were like, no, I'm having it this way, and that's that. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what about. I don't know who to. There's other energies around you where it's been a little bit challenging. But you've been standing your ground. You know what you want. Yeah. You're holding no prisoners. It's basically work with me or get out of my way. And you mean it, Libra. I'm loving the confidence, though. Very confident, very, very strong. Really nice energy. You're like, I don't even want to argue about this, whoever you are. I'm on my way anyway, or whatever it is that you're doing there. Okay. In the current energy, please. Can we see the current energy? Current energy for Libra, please. Current energy for Libra. Current energy for Libra, please. The current energy for Libra. The current energy for Libra, please. The current energy for Libra. The Ten of Swords. Okay. You know when I was saying either work with me or get out of my way? This is someone getting out of your way, okay? The Ten of Pentacles, wow. And then the Seven of Cups. I think a few people got out your way, Libra. You showed me multiple energies that are kind of coming at you. Are they from your home environment? From home? from your networks, from there's a network of people involved here. And it's almost like you've got a couple of them coming at you in some way. Now, I don't think they're coming at you in a horrible way. It's almost like they're vying for your attention, or trying to speak with you. They want to get a reaction from you in some way. And you're showing me these people are close by. And then maybe one or more of them, you just were just like, no, cut it. I don't want that. I don't want any of these. Or maybe you don't want most of them. I don't know, it's a bit odd, Libra. I'm clarifying, don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of it, Libra. It all makes sense soon. Okay, in the near future, please. In the near future. In the near future. Honestly, it's like you're saying, if anyone messes with my shit, I will end them. But you're also engaging with all these energies, you know. It's almost like you're going, yeah, you're fine, you can stay. You're fine, you can stay. You're a bad egg, you can go. It's like that. It's like, who are you going to let in? Right, the near future, please. Go see the near future. The near future. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, it seems like it was the right thing to do for you, Libra. Oh, wasn't it just the Empress? Yes. The Hermit. You might be on your own for a little while, though, Libra, with this method. I'm not going to lie. All very solo cards. Yes, the Hermit going within. You're sticking with what's right to you. Whether people join you or not is kind of irrelevant for this part of the reading, at least until we clarify. You're just sticking with what's right for you. You are like, I'm not changing. I'm perfect as I am. Yes, you are, Libra. With this kind of energy, you are. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Empress, you're doing very, very well. Okay, so I'm not going to argue with you there, Libra. Somebody's been doing the self-work. You want abundance, you want stability, because that's what you already provide for yourself. So if somebody comes in and messes about with that energy, you want them gone, because it took you a long time to build this up for just yourself. So you seem very open and inviting to energies that match that frequency, but if they are not matching the frequency, they can go, because it's just going to take from your frequency, and you work too hard, too long, Libra, to let that happen. Okay, let's go to the Five of Swords, please. Can we go to the Five of Swords? The Five of Swords, please. Let's clarify, Libra. Let's see what's going on. In the recent past, the Five of Swords, please. Okay. We've got the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. Yeah. Oh, bless you, Libra. It's, yeah, pretty much that. So it's almost like an energy's come forward to you and you're like, am I feeling this? Am I not feeling it? If I'm not feeling it, bye-bye. If I am feeling it, okay. You're very emotion-led and intuition-led at the moment. Don't get me wrong, Libra. You've got all your practical shit in the bag. Queen of Pentacles, right, and the Empress, both of them speak to physically being okay. But you're like, no, I'm going with how I feel. I'm going with what I want to do. Like, who feels good? What feels good? I'll engage with what makes me feel good and balanced. If it doesn't, bye. Six of Swords. I'm out of there. Knight of Wands, please. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, please. The Ten of Swords, that's okay. The Four of Swords, yeah. And the Magician, yeah, I will get rid of anything that does not align with my manifestations. So I don't know what you're manifesting here, Libra. You are manifesting something. And I quite like this kind of manifestation, because I don't think you're manifesting anything specific. I think it's more like, I want my best life. Whatever that looks like. Bring it on, universe. And then the universe is bringing it to you. All these different options, people that could lead you down different paths, situations that could take you different places. But you're choosing as they come in. This is energetically. So in one way, even though you are manifesting, i.e. asking the universe to bring you your best life, you're the one that's choosing it day by day with how you're interacting with people. Where you're choosing to spend your time, what you're choosing to put your attention to. And you're being very, very efficient when it comes to removing energies that are not aligning to you. That's the Four of Swords, Ten of Swords. The Magician is your manifestation. Okay, right. Let's look at that Queen of Wands. I want to see what she has to say. The only one we're not seeing here, I'm not seeing many swords. The only swords I'm seeing are to do with conflicts and endings. But that just tells me that you're confident with ending those things. So that's good. All right, can I get the Queen of Wands, please? The Queen of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. We're not reversed. There's that Knight of Wands again, and the Sun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're like vanquishing anything that looks dodgy, even before it can affect you. It's like you can smell the bullshit a mile away, and you're just not tolerating it. You're like, no, even if you try and start, bye. So you're not giving second chances, you're not waiting and seeing. Well, you are, but as soon as you get any wobbles on that energy, you're like, bye-bye, see you later. Okay, so the After Tarot wants to come out. Okay, fine, fair enough. After Tarot, we'll hand it over to you. Can we get the Ten of Swords, please? The Ten of Swords in the current energy. What have you ended here? What's this one? Another one bites the dust, eh, Libra? Right, okay. Well, this one, okay. Out the gate, justice. You're like, yeah, hell yeah. Justice, please. You're like, I was right. I need to get rid of it. It could be just one particular energy we're talking about, or multiple. Yeah, the ones, yeah. The Nine of Wands, you're like, no one's messing with my jive. Nine of Wands, you're like, I've already learned these lessons. That's what the Nine of Wands is about. It's about putting up boundaries because you've learned lessons and you got burned in the past. The Nine of Wands is after Tarot Nine of Wands, so you might have some people that are helping you reinforce this idea. But you're like, no, you're like, justice is swift. And this is your power card, Libra, Justice. Justice is swift. Libra is swift this week. You're like, bye. You're like, I already know. You're like, I already know. So it's more specifically people who look like they're going to take you down into a pattern that you've already experienced. You're like, I'm not interested in repeating that lesson, thank you. It's very specific. You're like, if it's new and different, you're like, yeah, okay, do you know what? I'll give it a try. But if it looks like it's going to be the same old pattern from before, you're like, You're just tired of repeating them. You've probably repeated them a couple of times. Yeah, Queen of Cups, you're loving yourself. And you realise you need to be well and you need to be treated well and you need to be feeling well in order for your life, your day-to-day life to function correctly. So I might be looking at a Libra that's head of their household or responsible for something that's important where your moods will affect that if you're down. That's why you can't be around people who are going to drag you into old patterns and habits. Okay, right, let's go and get a few more. Yeah, the Hanged Man, yeah, of course. And the Ace of Pentacles, you're waiting. You are waiting. And now when I say waiting, I don't mean it in the negative, like you're waiting by the phone for someone who's not going to call. No, you're not waiting for anything specific. You're like, I'll know it when I see it and I'm waiting for it. Now, I don't know if this is a person. I don't know if it's maybe a job opportunity or something like that. It is coming through as Pentacles, so it could be. But you're like, no, I know what's worthy of me. I know what I want to invest my time in. And when I see it, I'll know it. Because again, you're coming from your feelings. You're like, I'll just know within when it's right for me. And I'm prepared to wait for that feeling. Okay, Libra, I love it. Very deep. We're going very deep today. Now let's get on that Seven of Cups. These are the energies coming at you. See, ordinarily, I see the Seven of Cups as someone making a choice. And yeah, it is. Like the man has approached the cups. But in this instance, I was seeing the cups approaching the man. And I think that might be the energy you're rolling with this week. I think you're just very magnetic. You've got a lot of energies being attracted to you at the moment. And that is the your Queen of Wands energy that you started the reading with. Highly attractive energy. All right, and the thing is, it attracts all sorts. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right, the Seven of Cups, please. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. And that's a Ten of Swords again. You're all over the Ten of Swords. You've pulled the Ten of Swords in every single deck. That's crazy. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, and the Seven. Yeah, okay. And the you're just slaying, Libra. What can I say? Yeah, you can just spot deception. You can spot. There's going to be one particular energy, or maybe it's all of them, but I think one particular, or the common theme you're seeing is a lot of people over-promising to you. You've got the Empress and the Seven of Swords. So the Empress is full of abundance. She's highly competent. She produces things. She's going somewhere. She's going places, right? Over the Seven of Swords, it's deceptive, though. So it's someone or something that appears to be everything you've ever asked for, but actually they're not. But you show me the 10 of swords over that process. You're like, I'm done with doing that. You're like, I've fallen for every trick in the book, Lydia. I know all the tricks. All these tricks is that these tricksters will be doing. And you're like, I'm not dealing with it, and I'm not opening my heart to it, and I'm not testing it. I'm going to believe people at the first hurdle. So when I say that is, you know, all relationships, connections, situations, whatever this is to you, Libra, it can be all perfect and lovely, and then you're going to hit a bump in the road, of course. Nothing's always perfect forever. How do they overcome that bump? Or do they just flail, and that's usually when they show their true colours? And you're cutting it off at that point. Now, a lot of people don't do that. They go, oh, I'll give them another chance. Oh, I'll give them another chance. Oh, I'll give them another chance. Maybe you'll give them one chance, you know. I'm a believer everyone deserves a second chance, but you blow that second chance and then you're done. You know? What's the saying? It's the first person who calls you a donkey, you call them an idiot. The second person who calls you a donkey, you call them a fool. The third person who calls you a donkey, then you may as well go shopping for a saddle. Okay? You're not suffering fools anymore, Libra. Okay, let's go to the Queen of Pentacles in the near future. The Queen of Pentacles in the near future. Queen of Pentacles in the near future, please, for Libra. Ooh. So this deck is very large and my hands are not big enough. Okay. Very nice deck though, very well made. Oh, okay. Oh, Justice again. There you are again. Double power card. Oh, finally, the Emperor. Yes, Ace of Swords. Okay, finally. Your search comes to an end, Libra. Okay. An Emperor appears. Now, you've positioned yourself here as the Empress very strongly, and I believe it's well deserved. Now we are talking Emperor, Empress, not male or female. These are masculine. These are just energies. So the Empress represents the internal strength. The Emperor means the external strength. But most importantly, no matter how you identify, the Emperor and the Empress are the perfect match. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Swords, and that's that knowing what we were talking about. When you say, when I see it, I'll know it when I see it. Well, you see it and you know it. Ace of Swords. An Emperor appears on the horizon for your Empress, and Justice, it feels right. It feels nice. You're just telling me it feels nice. It feels really, really secure. You're not worrying about it. It's comfortable. It's and it also has the potential to be something quite deep, meaningful, and real. Can I get the Empress? The Empress, please. The Empress. The Empress, please. The Empress. The Three of Swords. Oh, I'm not surprised there. The Eight of Swords, yeah. And the Five of Cups. That's beautiful, Libra. So you're showing me who you are today and the strength that you have cultivated today for yourself with your wisdom, your knowledge, your beauty. Has come from a very difficult past. There's been a lot of heartaches. There's been a lot of disappointments. There's been times when you admit that you overlooked red flags and things like that, or you try to ignore how you felt, and you're taking responsibility for that. You're like, yeah, that was my part in it. So regardless of how you were treated, and not regardless, and it seems that you were treated very badly here, Libra. I'm not saying that's not important, but you're also saying where you could have protected yourself from that a bit better by cutting it off at the source. But you have since learned that. You've very much learned that lesson. So now you're implementing the lesson you have learned, and you're actually using it to protect yourself against that kind of hurt in the future. And that's also been the key to your success, essentially, because I think that you have been applying that into all sorts of aspects of your life. So not just love connections, also friendships, jobs, places where you live, things about your routine, habits that you were ignoring, and they were hurting you because it was easier to ignore them. You were like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm cutting out the things that might hurt me. And as a result, you are flourishing, Libra. Beautiful. You've got there. Everyone take notes from Libra. Okay, the Hermit, please. The Hermit, this is that inner knowing too. The Hermit, please. The Hermit's my favourite card. I am a Virgo. The Hermit and the Magician. Okay, the Hermit, please. The Hermit. The Hermit, please. The Hermit. The Hermit. The Page of Wands. The Four of Wands. The Seven of Wands. So initially, this is kind of a little bit of an advice for you actually. Rather than what might be to come, or it's going to be a lesson you soon learn when you look back on all this, is that initially, while you've been doing this, cutting things out at source and all of that, it's felt very isolating and almost like you're moving backwards and actually moving away from the thing that you want, because it's almost like you're constantly saying, no, go away, no, go away. But actually, because you've remained committed to that, something nice actually opens up for you, and it's much better suited and aligned. It's actually somebody else who thinks very much the same as this, which serves you very well as well. But you don't realise that now, but you will in the future when you look back on it. The fact that you kind of blocked out a lot of this time-wasting energy here, it cleared you and it kept you clear and it kept you in a high resonance. So then you could also attract in other people of high resonance or situations of high resonance. Now they are rarer than the lower resonance things, people, pets, whatever. So it feels like you're constantly just rejecting all the time, but it's a filtering process. I mean, look at how they sift for gold, you know, and then plates, 99% of it is mud. And they sift, and they'll have that little gold nugget at the bottom of it all, of all that crap. And that's really the process you're going to. And there's a nice little gold nugget on the horizon for you there, Libra. Just keep at it. Right, let's get you some universal advice. Can I get some universal advice for Libra, please? Universal advice for Libra. Universal advice for Libra, please. Oh yeah, there's a Magician. We were just talking about him, weren't we? The Three of Swords and the Wheel. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is just burst out. This whole process bursts your heart open to the universe. The universe is responding to you at the moment. It understands what you've done, what you're going through, and what you're doing, and what your intention is. It's super impressed how you've you've transmuted pain into something productive for you. You should take all the credit for that, Libra. That's not an easy lesson to learn, but once you learn it, it's beautiful. And then the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So your fortunes are going to go on the up from here on out, because the universe is getting much clearer signals from what it is that you need. So it's going to swoop in some lovely things for you in the next couple of weeks to months. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Zen Den. If you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below. And with that, Libra, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care. Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm doing a what you don't see coming, because we're going into the new season. Aries season starts tomorrow, guys. So let's see what's coming in for you. Can you show me Aquarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, please. Can you show me Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, please. Can you show me Aquarius? Aquarius, please. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands. Great. And then we've got the Ace of Cups. Okay, you're learning over something. You're about to speak about hurt in a connection or something you want to do. So Ace of Cups is new or renewal. I think new in this terms. Something that really basically just lit up your heart space, but it carried pain with it. And it's like a pain that you need to communicate. Okay. Let's look at the present energies, please. The present energies for Aquarius. Oh, hang on, we've got a bonus card here. Nine of Wands again. Two people are hurt in this connection. Whatever it is. Okay. It doesn't have to be a connection with a person. It could be a situation. Okay, present energy. Yeah, we've got the Four of Cups. Someone's emotionally disengaged here. Yeah, the Hanged Man. We're in pause. And then the Knight of Swords. So this communication is going to go out of nowhere. Come out of nowhere. Now, I don't know if you're the communicator or they are. But it's after a period of pause. And you and whoever or whatever energies on the other end of this have both been, at least in an energetical sense, feeling your way through the issue. You're showing me more that you're the injured party, though. Yeah, I've got two upset energies here. Okay, let's look at the near future. Then we'll clarify, Aquarius. Then we'll clarify. I don't know if there was an argument or what. You're on different pages though, because you're wands. And they've been coming up swords. So it's like you're speaking two different languages, but you're trying to communicate something emotional between you. It's about seeing eye to eye, being able to understand each other. It doesn't seem to be jiving, Aquarius. Okay, in the near future, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Wands and the Empress. And then somebody ends it because they feel it's for their best interest to do so. Feels sudden and sharp. Might be a little bit rushed, actually. So that's why I'm thinking it's a little bit more of a defensive move. I'm not entirely convinced it's permanent, but we'll see when we clarify. But somebody's like, no, for me, it's best for me just to end this because it's not working. I'm trying here, but it's not working. Okay. Right, let's go to the Eight of Wands, please. Can I get the Eight of Wands for Aquarius? The Eight of Wands for Aquarius, please. The Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's somebody's been disengaging a little bit in the process. Now, I don't know what process we're talking about. It could be a literal project at work, or it could be some kind of development of a connection. I don't know. Somebody's been a little bit like, say it's just selfish. Maybe a little. Some of you. It's almost like someone's saying, I'm putting in all that I've got and it's not enough. But is it all that you've got? Might not be. I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's them. I want to go into this Nine of Wands. I think that's going to give me more information. I need a little bit more context, please. The Nine of Wands, please. Can I get the Nine of Wands? The Nine of Wands. I think you're all going to attempt to try and calm and smooth over the situation, regardless of who's at fault or who did what. Right, the Nine of Wands, please. The Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. You showed me here like you wanted to take a risk, some kind. So you're like, okay, I'm stable, everything's fine. That's a Four of Pentacles. You try and extend some of that energy elsewhere into a dream or a vision. A happiness, and I think you're hoping someone else would share in this happiness. Like, would you like to come with me on my journey to happiness? We can be happy together. And then the other person was like, yeah, but I'm only going to do half the effort that you are. It's like that. Ace of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups. The difference is that you communicate in Pentacles, and Pentacles is reality. The other person seems to communicate mostly in Swords and Cups, which is theory and emotions. So that's why I know you're the one doing stuff in the 3D. Right, the Ace of Cups. The Three of Swords in reverse, okay. The Queen of Swords, right, and the Hierophant. Yeah, this is a commitment. Okay, the Hierophant is here. Soul bond, soul contract. Could be something legal. We've got the Queen of Swords here as well. You've known this person a good while and you're trying to sort something out, reverse a heartbreak, reverse some kind of damage that was done to the commitment. Maybe someone spoke with some kind of harsh words. Hurt you, or you hurt them. I'm getting kind of a mixture of things going on here. This is very confused energy. It's not very clear. Which I can only imagine how you're feeling in it, Aquarius. It's almost like one day everything's fine, the next day you're in serious talks, then it's okay again, and then it's not. It's like that. It's like, but we have so much to gain. I feel like one of the energies, like, I don't want to accuse you here, Aquarius, might be kind of dragging the person along with them. Like, it's like they don't really want to participate, but they're still there. Right, the Knight of Swords, please. We all do it sometimes, Aquarius, so no judgment here. Could be reversed as well. The Knight of Swords, please. The Moon, right, someone's revealing a truth. The Creator, about what they want to do. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, about what they want to do. Somebody in this connection is feeling very single. Again, I don't know if it's romantic or friends. Basically, someone wants to do something for themselves, just themselves, only themselves. They've either just communicated that to you or are about to. Very much concerned with their own abundance. That's like I'm saying, I'm getting a bit of a or I don't want to say selfish or self-centered. They mean bad things and can be if taken too far. But there's one person, so there's you're concerned with everyone involved. But out of that everyone, there's one person who's only concerned with themselves. Alright, the Hanged Man, please. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords again. It's your Queen. The Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Ten of Pentacles, very busy card in this reading. The King of Cups. So there's love here, there's stability, you're very familiar with whoever this is. But again, it's like you finding yourself, you're constantly having to talk to them about stuff. It's constantly getting serious. It's like, right, we need to talk about this again, do we? Oh, do we need to mention this again? And it's to do with what you've achieved together in some way, whether it be a work project or a relationship. For many of you, it's a relationship. The King of Cups is here because you're showing me there's mutual love here. Okay, can I get the Four of Cups, please? Love is in the mix as well as like real life stuff. Right, the Four of Cups, please. The Four of Cups. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, you'll get fed up. The Seven of Wands and Death. Okay. I don't know if it's you or it's them, but you're just drifting further and further apart with whoever this is. It's landing on deaf ears, Aquarius, and I think you're just getting fed up of repeating yourself. And then it's just like, I think you've been trying to prevent an ending, because we've got Death is the ending. Seven of Wands is to keep that out. The Nine of Swords, though, it stresses you out to do it. So this whatever you're trying to get done here with whoever this is, it's causing more stress than positive results. So like the Sword of Damocles, the end is kind of hanging over your heads, energetically speaking, at least. Right, can I have a look at that Ten of Swords then? So then the ending comes, the sword drops. Ten of Swords, please. Ten of Swords. I don't know who's ending it, you or them. For some reason, from this one, I'm getting you. But it could be either. Right, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Two of Cups in reverse. Came out reverse, we take it reverse. Three of Swords. Yeah. Four of Cups. Yeah, you stop trying. The minute you stop trying, it falls apart. This person does not try and rescue it. This person doesn't swoop in and try and backtrack. It's you holding this together the whole time. And I actually think that's the most heartbreaking part of it. This person doesn't come chasing after you at the door. At least I don't think so. We haven't got to the Ace of Wands. But the moment you're showing me, this is heartbreaking, this is healing, but at the same time there is a relief with it that you don't have to keep this thing together. You no longer feel responsible for their emotions, their wants, their dreams, or at least getting them to participate in whatever it is you're doing. You're like, it's not my responsibility anymore. Just let them do what they want. Right, the Ace of Wands. It hurts, but also you're relieved. One less thing to worry about. And the Ace of Wands, please. Can you show me the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands, please. Is there any objection here from this other energy? Anything, please. The Ace of Wands. Right, this one really wants to come out. And the Five of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, no. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the hidden energy. This is actually a blessing in disguise, but you're not going to see that now. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles in the After Tarot deck is work complete. Oh, he's finished his job. He's finished it all and he's by himself. This person is like, they're kind of emotionally checked out. Five of Pentacles. They realise it's a loss and they feel the loss. They do. But they don't have any inclination to do anything about it. They're like, well, yeah, it's all complete now. We job done. This has gone as far as it can go. So you're better off without this kind of energy, Aquarius, if you ask me. Right, and I know that we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the hidden energy. You don't realise how much of a blessing this turns out to be. But while you're in it, it's painful, it's hard, borderline insulting. I'm mad. The Empress, please. The Empress for Aquarius. The Empress for Aquarius, please. The Empress for Aquarius. The Eight of Pentacles, more work complete there, yeah. The Empress again, sorry, the Eight of Pentacles and the Empress again. Bloody hell. Queen of Wands, I knew it. I knew this would pay off. So you're going to go through all this heartbreak here, Aquarius. But leaning more into the relief that you feel, and I suggest you try and lean into that feeling a bit more, you become so free. Your energy lifts up pretty nicely without this energy in it. Queen of Wands, Empress, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is mastery. So maybe you were, this is a work thing. You're like, yeah, I'm done too. But you're done on so many levels. You're done in like almost like a phase of life. You're now ready to level up. This person is just kind of emotionally detached and despondent in low vibe. But you're glowing. Two Empresses, Aquarius. You're hogging all the Empress energy. Leave some for the rest of us. And highly attractive. You've reached a level of mastery over something by completing or ending whatever this is. So I think, yeah, to be honest, I think you've kind of gone through it with this energy. And yes, they did serve a purpose. That's what soul bonds are here for, to teach us something. A lot of those lessons are painful and they're difficult. It seems that you're graduating from whatever lesson this is and you're getting ready to move on. Okay, oh look, and we do have the pole star at the bottom of the deck. When it comes to the universal advice, there's a new path opening for you, Aquarius. It's going to be better than this one. When you go through a tough cycle, normally the next cycle is pretty sweet. So let's see. Can you show me some universal advice for Aquarius, please? Universal advice for Aquarius. Universal advice for Aquarius, please. Universal advice for Aquarius. Universal advice for Aquarius, please. Seven of Stones, that's the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. Healing. Three of Cups, joy. Nice. And then the Blasted Oak, that's the Tower in reverse. This is not as much of a disaster as it seems. In fact, you have other energies coming in to replace this one quite quickly. But it only comes in after a period of deep healing. What did I just say? You're going into your healing phase. You're in your healing era here, Aquarius. As soon as you do, these other energies come in, Three of Cups, joy, and they're beautiful. And almost makes up for, this is reverse Tower, makes up for all this shit. And it starts making sense. The whole process makes sense. I said, you look back and you'll be like, yeah, I dodged a bullet. This turned out to be the best thing, excuse me, that I could have possibly done. And then the Tower reverses. So you've got some beautiful healing energy coming in, some beautiful healing people and connections coming in for you as well. Just hold on tight, Aquarius. You are going into a difficult healing phase. It's not going to be nice. It's going to be painful. But what goes up must come down, and vice versa. What goes down will go up as well. So you're bouncing back here, Aquarius. I'd say within the next couple of weeks, when it feels a bit less sore, you are still going to be healing through this. But you have lovely supportive energies coming towards you that are going to help you with that, really ease that burden. And start picking up the pieces of whatever damage this done and start piecing it all back together and building a new, better, bigger, stronger tower than the one that stood before. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Esotera Tarot, and if you are interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Aquarius, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care.